Tell me that ain't the most white trash shit you've
Yeah.
ever seen.
That's some frat boy shit.
God. All right, how we looking, Trevor? We good?
Good. All good.
We ready to do this? All right, Praino, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get it going.
Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast.
Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I'm Andy Ruther, coming to you live from the Smut Shack in Venice Beach, California, with my co-host, Joey No Chill Praino.
Hello, Andy.
Sick again.
I don't know what's going on.
Bro.
I honestly do not know what is happening. I've been sick on and off for a month, and this was like the worst bout of it. I think the last one when I was sick, that was just like that was spring training.
Yeah.
I woke up on Friday night. First of all, I felt like shit on Friday night, and I went to bed, and I woke up, covered in sweat. Like, it was the Matthew McConaughey commercial where he falls into the pool. Like, I was sweating my balls off.
More or less sweat than Sean Miller when he heard the FBI
Yeah.
had been listening to his
Similar
calls.
amount of sweat.
Okay.
And then of course I'm fucking freezing because you're sweating. So then I'm putting on like every layer of clothes you can find. But I had to put on a new fresh layer. It's awful.
Do you
And then
think
I did a show last night with Eddie. Like, didn't help.
Do you think our late night Thursday night Taco Bell had anything to do with that?
Probably. Fuck. That's a good call. I probably got a bacterial infection from Taco Bell.
I mean, that was the most unhealthy Taco Bell I've
That
ever
was
been in.
disgusting. Yeah, I haven't felt right since then.
That's what I'm
So,
saying.
Yeah, I blame Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Our new sponsor, Taco Bell. Get the Doritos Locos. Your temperature will be Locos.
Was that not the most insane Taco Bell you've ever been in, though?
Didn't I tell you going in, too? I was like, they don't have a drive-thru. It's fucking mayhem in here.
Remember, I didn't even want to go. I was like, oh, there's no drive-thru. I don't got time for this shit. And we walk in. We came from the Improv, and literally just blinking guy meme for 30 minutes.
There was a woman that was basically the Joker. She was all in purple, deep black makeup bags under her eyes, scars at the edge of her lips. She's like, why so serious?
She was living there. She was the black Joker, the black female Joker.
Was
and
she black?
She was black.
I don't think she was black.
She was black.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I got to find that picture.
I
don't she
think
was
we
black.
have it on social media.
Yeah.
Wait, Trevor's saying no.
I don't think she was black.
I think she was white, bro.
I think she was white. Yeah.
Wait a second. So you're telling me the entire
I was like, what is he talking about?
I was dead sober. You're telling me the entire time we were in that Taco Bell, that woman was white? I thought
I'm like 90% sure she
You
was
weren't even
white.
there, though.
I know, but I saw the like Insta stories and everything like that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she was white, bro.
you thought she was white.
Yeah.
I was positive.
That's why I could tell that she had black makeup bags under her eyes.
What the fuck? I thought for sure that she was black.
I think this should definitely derail the beginning of the show.
No, I'll look it up, but I thought for sure she was black. But there was a dead black guy sitting in her booth.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Wasn't moving.
She was in an interracial homeless relationship, but she herself was white, I believe.
Yeah, well,
I'm going to go over to that Taco Bell and give them the L chain
you should.
for murdering people with their fucking Doritos Locos.
But is that really a surprise at this point?
No.
That
Boy, do I feel awful. So let's get to some sports talk because I got to get back home, sweat through my clothes.
And you're leaving this week, dude.
I know. Tell me about it.
Jesus
It's a goddamn
Christ.
disaster.
Well, let's talk about college basketball as much as you love to talk about it, Praino. It's going to be the main discussion today.
Okay.
Non-stop news. Just won't end.
I mean, this is something that everybody knew was happening, and they just let it happen, and now people are like, oh, my God, the FBI. It's like, great. I mean, we already knew this. How many coaches has this happened to at this point? Even just, like, through the years, like, one every few years. Now they're doing the fucking – now it's like a big sweep. The FBI is, like, on one, as Trevor would say.
This is – and I said this on Twitter. To me, this is the Me Too of the NCAA. That's going to change shit forever.
And kill yourself if you're one of those people that's like, this is why it should change to people getting paid. They're already getting paid. That's what this story is. They're
Well,
getting paid.
Well, I don't know. Dude, it's –
The NCAA is the most bullshit system that there ever was.
yeah, I agree.
Tear it down. Make it fucking student athletes. If you want to play basketball at a college, you get free school. If you want to get paid to play basketball, you're allowed to go to the G League at 15 if you want. You're allowed to go to the G League at 5. If you want to get paid to play baseball, you can get fucking drafted at 10 years old.
Yeah.
What kind of American concept is telling people when they can and can't fucking become a professional at what they do? Could you imagine dropping out of high school and being like, I just want to be a mechanic. I don't need a fucking thing to be a mechanic. And they're like, actually, you have to go to 2 years of college before you can become a mechanic. Fuck you. Suck my dick. This is the worst, stupidest, most offensive thing that they've ever – and we've been pretending it hasn't been going on forever. And stop it with, finally, these guys will get paid. Finally, it won't be slave labor. You don't have to go.
Well,
that's my thing.
We disagree there.
Okay.
It basically is slave labor to a lot of these guys. It is. How they're treated, how
ask somebody that has student loans how they would feel about that concept.
But it's not student athlete. That's the point.
Right? But that's my point. Then
just pay them, Joe.
So then what does it have to do with University of Arizona?
Because they play for the University of Arizona.
No, they don't. If you're saying they don't go there and they don't go to class there, then they have nothing to do with the University of Arizona. They just wear University of Arizona on their jersey. If you're a student athlete, you're going to class, okay.
Yeah, but for you to say it's not, this is what I find what's interesting in your argument. We've made the analogy of when they do the combine, it's almost like a slave auction.
Yep.
And what's the difference here, dude? Some of these guys are making millions of dollars for their school.
Yep.
That's just a fact.
Yeah, because people go and watch college basketball.
So those NBA players who do that are getting paid.
Yeah.
How are you
great.
saying?
So now you're saying there's 2 professional basketball leagues in the United States of America. One's for kids 18 to 22, and one's for kids 22, or actually 19 if they decide to leave after 1 year. Because let's be honest, the best players, the players that are going to the NBA, are leaving after 1 year. They're also the guys that are getting paid, right? The kid who's on fucking Arizona's bench and gets minutes when the starting point guard gets into foul trouble and is going to play 4 years there is probably going to class, and he's probably going to use his degree for something because he's probably not going to the NBA. So the whole thing is this sham that the best of the best somehow deserve money. How about you deserve to play professional basketball? We have a professional basketball league, the National Basketball Association. We also have the G League, which is for people not good enough to be in the National Basketball Association, but wanting to still get paid to play basketball.
Well, look, we're agreeing
we
on
have a system.
We're agreeing on certain things. I'm just saying that why can't we just do it just as we do it in America with good old-fashioned capitalism? If so-and-so wants to get paid, cool. If the 7th guy off the bench makes a couple bucks, cool. If the walk-on doesn't make anything, cool. If the school wants to give them a scholarship academically, let's put that in fucking quotes, along with this student-athlete stuff, they can. That's all I'm saying.
Do I believe that it would be a lot more fair if these guys could get jobs in the offseason? Of course. Do I believe it would be fair if these kids got a stipend for, a very minimal stipend so that they could go out and have some beers after a game because they're college kids and they're not allowed to work? Of course. But the idea that somebody is going to college and getting handed hundreds of thousands of dollars to play basketball, or should, is absurd. It's not professional basketball. We have a league.
Well, I agree. And to be honest, DeAndre Ayton would be they're saying he's a top 3 pick. He would have been basically he would have been making that money is what I'm trying to say. Like $100,000, his value is way more than $100,000. It just is. That's what they're saying. If he had signed an NBA contract straight out of high school, he would have been making more than $100,000.
Right. But the difference is they gave him $100,000 and somebody else offered him $90,000, so he went there. So now we're not recruiting. The whole thing is a sham.
I agree.
Every aspect of it is a sham. You're not going for any sort of education. You're not going because you like the campus, you like the girls, you like the fucking that you want to be a communications major, and Arizona's better at communications than fucking UNLV. You're going because he offered you $100,000 and somebody else offered you $90,000. That's a job interview. That's how job interviews work. Just tear the fucking NCAA to the ground.
But
student athletes, the NBA has to get rid of their stupid rule that you have to go to college for 1 year. And let's all stop pretending that the whole thing isn't a sham set up for everybody involved. The NBA, college coaches,
But this is what I don't get about the NBA. Why does it matter for them if a guy does 1 year versus comes straight to the pros?
Because it's some horse shit thing where they don't want these guys coming into the NBA
Raw.
at 18, being busts, wasting all their money, getting into trouble. But then the players union goes, fuck you, you can't tell us what to do. And it's like, what about 1 year? It's like, cool, 1 year. All right, fine, we agree. So stupid.
Yeah.
Like, this is dumb. They're not any more prepared for the NBA by going to the University of Kentucky, not attending one class, being rich there because they have room and board and $100,000 in cash to just fucking spend.
Yeah.
Like, when you're in the NBA, they give you your money, you buy an apartment. You buy a car. When you're in college, they're like, I'm just living in a fucking dorm, and I got $100,000 under my fucking, under my bunk bed. What? It's just such a fucking sham, and I've been sick of it for years. I'm sick of it in fucking football. I'm sick of it in basketball. I'm sick of it in baseball. The only good thing about baseball is you can go to Major League Baseball out of high school if you want. And if you don't,
same for hockey and same for soccer.
If you decide you're going to go to college, then you have to stay 2 years. I'm okay with that, but make it free for people to go. But the thing is, basketball is just such a high, it makes so much more money, and football makes so much more money than college baseball that they throw around more money to these kids, and it's just stupid. It's just bullshit. It doesn't have anything. It doesn't have to do with collegiate. It doesn't have to do with fucking any of these universities. So why are we pretending it does?
Well, though, we're a part of the problem.
I'm not.
Well, I am. You
Right.
are. You are. Because everyone who watches.
That's why I'm not. I do not watch it.
Well, you watch March Madness.
I watch March Madness.
That's the NCAA tournament.
I watch March Madness solely for this show. I told you that last year.
That's bullshit. I'm just gonna call bullshit. You wouldn't be watching it. Trevor's grimacing over there.
Honestly, in past years, there were years where I would fill out a bracket because I didn't watch the regular season, and then I just find out if I won. And honestly,
that is such bullshit. You didn't watch one game the entire tournament?
There have been years where I have not watched college basketball.
I'm calling 100% bullshit on that.
There have been years where I've done that. Absolutely.
Trevor, you're shaking your head over there. Do you want to weigh in on this matter?
I just call bullshit too.
Okay.
There's no way.
I'm telling you.
He went one entire year. He didn't watch
No,
one March Madness
multiple
game.
entire years.
Like,
Multiple
I'd
years.
give you it if you said you just you didn't watch until the tournament, but then to not even watch the
No,
tournament.
there was years where because there was a
You're a
time-
communist. You're officially a communist.
well, you know what? This is going to make it even worse. There was a time, and I've talked about this before with the whole Bud Selig thing, that I was off baseball, and March is, for me as a big baseball fan, March is spring training. I care more about spring training than I do fucking March Madness.
Yeah.
I wish I could bet on a bracket for spring training games. But there was a time when I didn't watch spring training or care about spring training because I was off baseball, and post-Super Bowl became basically a sports-free zone. Like, I would just check in on the NBA. That's all I had to do. I'd watch one NBA game, a night, and that's it.
When was this? What period of your life? We need to dig deeper into this.
Early 2000s, like when all the baseball shit came out, when I was living 2003, 4, 5.
So post 9/11.
Yeah. I don't know how that factors in.
I don't know if 9/11 might have messed with your head, bro. You stopped watching basketball, baseball. I mean, come on.
I mean, I remember vividly years that I did watch college basketball. That's how, and I did watch March Madness. That was a thing. Like, there have been years where I really didn't watch it at all. There was a year Grantland did, the old Bill Simmons site did a 24-hour, they're gonna watch the games like we did. It was like a 24-hour live stream of the first day of games or whatever. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. But I was watching it more from like a broadcasting standpoint. I was like, okay, let's see how this is like a new age kind of thing. Like, we're gonna stream live.
Yeah.
You guys watching the games. I remember one year when I was in spring break in college, we had a sports book at the fucking hotel I stayed at. I was like way into the tournament that year. I'll be way into it this year because we're going to a casino. But like, honestly, I don't give a shit. I don't think it's good basketball. And then there's this whole thing. I'm going to watch guys that are like, basically it's one team with two guys who are going to the NBA that don't give a shit and are just playing fucking, their style of basketball, get me my shots, raise my draft stock, against mid-majors of kids that are not getting paid and are playing some sort of team game, but they're still outmatched by like superior athletes.
Well, yes and no on that. That's a whole other discussion. But my initial point of all this was I have been so critical, like everybody else, of the NCAA. But again, I still watch it, so I'm part of the problem. I like what Jalen Rose today said, and you know me, I'm a big fan of the whole boycott. Just I think that gets shit done. Legit boycotts change things. He said they should all just boycott, all the players. But again, it won't happen. But if they did,
they're boycotting not getting paid now.
he's saying they should just not play in the tournament because it's such a clusterfuck.
But the guys who got $100,000 in cash in a duffel bag, they're not going to boycott, right? That's got to be some sort of breach of
the whole thing's
contract.
Well, we all know the whole thing's bogus anyway.
Right.
The fact that they can't go pro. But
I'm just sick of I don't know. I cannot believe. I've been following this loosely because I barely care. I cannot believe how many people their response is just pay these guys already. I'm like, that's what you're taking away from this? Just pay these guys already? They're getting paid. So you're saying have the same exact system, just don't have it be fucking under the table.
That's also what you're saying by creating a different league
No,
or
I'm
doing
not saying
something.
create a different league. I'm saying we have a professional basketball league. And if those guys want to make money to play basketball, they should go there.
But
see if they're prepared to
but
play
they
college.
can't
play professional
until
basketball.
they're 19. Dude.
Well,
That's
is
the
my point.
It's a problem.
Right. That's my point. But this has been going on when you could go out of high school. Because guys want to pretend that they're going to play at college. Because it's a safety thing. It's a safety net. I'm going to go to college, and if I'm dope, I'll leave after 1 year. If I get hurt, I'll stay 2. If I fucking if you know my agent, that's not really my agent, he's just a guy who hangs out with my mom, tells me that I'm going to get drafted in the second round, maybe I'll stay 3 years. And the whole thing's a fucking sham. So now you're just getting to do both. You're getting paid to play college basketball while testing the waters of an actual professional basketball league. Fuck you. Go to Greece. And obviously the NBA has to get rid of this stupid 1 year rule. You can go at any age you want. LeBron James should have been able to go to the G League at 15. Bryce Harper was playing fucking professional baseball.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's what Van Gundy said today. I don't know if you saw Van Gundy's comments.
Van Gundy's always got the best comments. I mean, we should have led with Van Gundy.
It was actually Stan. Were you thinking it was Jeff?
Yeah.
Stan said this. People that were against players coming out of high school made a lot of excuses, but I think a lot of it's racist. I haven't heard anybody go up in arms about minor league baseball players or hockey, he told reporters. They're not making big money, and they're white kids primarily. Nobody has a problem. But all of a sudden you got a black kid who wants to come out of high school and make millions. That's a bad decision. But bypassing college to go play for $800 a month in minor league baseball, that's a fine decision. What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
It's got a point.
Absolutely. Why? I mean, look, first of all, obviously everybody goes to college, but you look at an Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the NFL. He
Butte Community College.
Yeah. He goes to a community college. He goes to whatever. And then he sits behind Favre. How many seasons was he behind Favre? 3, 4?
At least 3, maybe 4.
You can learn the NBA, NFL, NHL. You can learn all these systems being around professional athletes. If LeBron James wanted to go to the G League at 15, why shouldn't he be able to do that?
I think most people would agree with you on this stuff.
Yeah. What the problem is wait. I mean, I will predict it right now. Watch how many college basketball, college sports cheddar dicks come out of the works and go, these guys should be getting paid. They're making millions off these kids, so they should be getting paid. Well, they're going to make less money off them when the quality of the product is less. And guess what? You're going to have to find a way to fund your university as it should be funded by people giving back to the university after they graduate.
Yeah, but what would be wrong, again, my idea of if you just did an open system where it's a capitalistic system.
It falls apart. First of all, then it's not college basketball. It has nothing to do with college. Now we're just saying these kids, how across the board are we taking this issue then? We're going, here's the deal. They come here. We pay them to come here. They don't have to go to class. That's what? Why? then what does it have to do with the University of Arizona or UCLA?
Well, then it would be basically like a club team. You know, they
Yeah.
have like club soccer
Great.
teams.
We should start some club teams.
The Arizona club team is
Yeah, guess
basically
what?
University of Arizona.
Not a single fucking person that is not retarded, and I know you're not supposed to say that anymore, but I'm going to say it, has ever gone to the University of Alabama for an education. So let's just throw that out the window.
This just in, we've lost all the Alabama
Yeah.
dirt balls.
Throw that out the window and just fucking make Alabama a club football team. Their baseball team sucks. Their basketball team sucks. Alabama club football. Let's do it. Great. The only people that anybody cares about at the University of Alabama are getting paid to play football and not go to class. It's stupid. And you're opening up a can of worms when you say, let's just pay them. So now there's just schools where no one's getting paid.
But that's also, again, the capitalistic system. That's how it works. People make the money who deserve it. And to me, that's the fairest system. It's worked so far for this country.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. We also have unions. We also have, like, things that, keep in place wages.
I'm just tossing this out there. I'm not saying I know the quick fix. Dude,
I know the quick fix. Burn the NCAA to the ground.
Well, we agree there. What's amazing about all this that's leaking now is it's not just the blue bloods. I want to read this list real quick. These are people who benefits and preferential treatment were given for certain players and families. Bama, Duke, Kentucky, LSU, Maryland, Michigan State, North Carolina, Seton Hall, Texas, USC, Washington. These are schools where guys did get money, as in it was like a loan. They were going to then sign with this agency. Again, it's not all massive schools. I mean, it's a lot, but Clemson, Kansas, Louisville, Michigan State, South Carolina, Texas, USC, Utah, Wichita State, Xavier. And then the last one is schools that had meetings with these agencies. Bama, Creighton, Duke, Iowa State, Vanderbilt. My point is, you have a lot of these smart schools, too. Like, dude, when you hit
smart schools that are also – I mean, Duke's a great school, but
I'm talking like –
their basketball team.
I agree, but I'm talking like Praino, when you have schools like Xavier and Creighton and Wichita State on this list now, my point is it's been going on forever. And what pisses me off, and I actually talked to Tug Coker last night on the phone about this, is when you see these assholes that'll go on TV like Jay Billis or Seth Greenberg, he used to coach Virginia Tech, and they act so shocked and surprised, and you're just like...
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Like, this has been something that has been going on for 25 years. Like, we all knew...
Dude, when did Blue Chips come out?
Yeah, we all knew that UNLV, that all those guys, that the Fab Five, that all those guys were just paid to play basketball for 2 seasons. We knew that. I knew that. I was a child.
Little no chill.
Yeah. Little no chill. Going, what the fuck is this?
But that's the point.
They just have 5 of the best freshmen in the country? Wonder who paid them.
But that's the point, dude. It's like we all know. Everyone's known.
Yeah.
But my point is, again, we're all part of the problem, though, too, because people watch it. Guys still go there. It's everyone's – I don't know what's going to happen. I mean,
what's going to happen is going to be – this is what they always do. They always make an adjustment, and they always make the wrong adjustment. They're going to be like, every team in big time, depending on your conference, you get X amount of money. They're going to get a salary cap. They're going to be able to pay guys. Guys are going to go there. Guys still aren't going to go to class because, let's be honest, none of these kids could pass a fucking college class, nor do they have the time. I understand that.
That's my point, though.
Yeah. So stop playing college basketball. That was what being a college athlete was. You had to be somebody that was smart enough to get your work done and still play college sports.
Yeah. Well, here's how obvious it is that these schools know their coaches are going to cheat. I find the buyout on Sean Miller's contract fascinating. If Miller, you see this, Trevor? If he's fired with probable cause, as in this case where it looks like he's going to be fired, if he's fired with probable cause, Arizona will actually owe him more than if he was fired for no reason at all, which basically they're hedging their bet and saying, yeah, he's probably doing some shady shit. So if Sean Miller gets fired after all this goes down, he will still make $10.3 million with probable cause versus only making $5 million. So they know, the universities know. That says it right there. We know we might have probable cause to fire this guy.
Yep. Well, that's his agent doing a great job going like, you're not just going to fire this dude because he's a bad basketball coach. You're going to fire him if he gets caught in a scandal. And we needed an insurance plan in place if that happens.
Yeah, basically.
Because if that happens, he's not going to be able to get another job, at least for a while.
Yeah. Some people were saying never for him. Who knows, though?
Which is so dumb.
I agree. I think that's dumb.
Yeah.
Guys can always come back.
I mean, how many jobs did Patino have?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is another, like, Calipari. Like,
Tarkanian.
we're all pretending that Calipari, like, randomly everywhere he goes just becomes a basketball powerhouse.
People
like,
forget
Memphis. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Memphis. He's got Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose going to the fucking NBA. And I mean, UMass. He was at the University of Mass. When's the last time the University of Massachusetts Amherst was in the NCAA tournament?
I don't know.
With Marcus Camby. That's probably the last time they were there. It's so stupid. I'm just so fucking. The answer is not give them money. It's not.
You know what they should give them, though? They should entice them. If I was a basketball coach, I would start enticing the players with those movement watches, Joe Praino. Isn't that a great enticement? Because the watch looks like it's worth $1,000.
Yeah.
But the best part is that the watches start at just $95.
So if you're a young basketball player out there, come join the club team here at Dirty Sports.
Yeah.
Fuss the process with us. Get yourself a movement watch. That's your signing bonus right there.
Yeah.
Because they look great, but they didn't cost us that much.
That's the thing. That's where we pull one over you and your lack of education.
Yeah. That's exactly what these basketball coaches are doing.
Exactly. They're pulling one over them. Guys, you get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to movement.com/dirty sports. That's mvmt.com/dirty sports. See why Movement keeps growing. So check out their expanding collection. I saw this the other day. They're adding watches by the day. So go to movement.com/dirty sports. Join the movement. Again, that's mvmt.com/dirty sports to get 15% off with free shipping and free returns. Okay. How you doing, Praino?
I feel like garbage. My head feels like it's in a vice, and being angry about the NCAA doesn't help. And I'm already not looking forward to being in a pool of sweat and having to deal with dirt balls being like, how dare you fucking try to shut down college basketball? I love my Creighton Owls or whatever the fuck they are.
The Creighton Blue Jays.
Yeah.
It's the Temple Owls.
Yeah. Don't care.
You know you can ignore dirt balls too, by the way.
Yeah.
You
No,
know you
that's-
don't. You don't have to respond when
Yeah.
people come at you.
Yeah.
You know that is possible, right?
It has not been proven so yet.
That's a challenge. I told you the other night at the Improv.
I might be too sick to do it this week.
You
so.
should try to go 7 days
Okay, starting today. How about that?
without responding. Well, you're also going to be out of the country.
Well, I was trying to get a loophole.
Yeah. Look, I ain't one of them guys you go pull one over.
Was that your Jameis Winston impression?
How much do you think Jameis Winston got paid when he committed to FSU?
I mean, that's a great example. Like, not only did he get paid, but then crimes are being covered up. Like, it's just such a fucking scam.
Yeah.
And it's all because dumb fucking people are like, the most important thing in life is Florida State football. Everything else is just details. It's like, dude, you didn't even play high school football. You're a fucking, a shitty cop in Tallahassee. But, like, this is what your whole life is about? Your whole life is about Florida State football to the point where you're destroying evidence and covering up rapes and delivering bags of money to people? Grow up.
Yeah. These are kids. They're literally kids.
Yeah.
I was watching last night. I actually didn't watch the game, but I watched the highlights, I should say. Bill Walton was calling the Oregon-Arizona game. And, Sean Miller didn't coach last night, which, by the way, is hilarious to me. Sean Miller doesn't coach, but the guy who he paid the $100,000 to, he's cleared to play. Like, it's such bullshit.
Right.
It's the same thing in Michigan State.
Yeah.
Miles Bridges played today, and he was been cleared. It's a clusterfuck. But Bill Walton was he was not happy. Bill Walton, as much as we like him, was trying to act all surprised and all that.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, Bill, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one.
Well, Bill's 7 feet tall and a regular psychedelic drug user. So to say his head is in the clouds is more literal than any other person alive.
You think we should get him on the phone to clarify his
Sure.
what he was thinking?
I can't believe you're making him do this because he's been, he's taken a lot of heat for pretending that he didn't know,
Yeah.
or not knowing. And I know he's he's feeling a little.
I
under the
know
weather,
he's
but
feeling
we'll-
under the
we'll get
weather.
him.
But Bill, we only want a few minutes of your time. I see you're on the line. Can you give us like 3 minutes tonight?
Throw it down, Andy Ruther and Joe Praino. I will always make time for you guys, no matter how I'm feeling. If I'm on LSD, if I'm on, psychedelic mushrooms, if I'm on the great green ganja that everybody should be smoking regularly on the daily, I can always make time for you guys because you guys are the best. You've shown me nothing but love. I do have to say, though, you have to stop with the swearing. I know that Praino has taken he's very upset about this NCAA thing, but cool it with the F word and the S word and the D word. You have to calm down, Praino.
So, Bill, real quick, you're surprised by all this. I mean, come on. You played in the glory days of UCLA.
Well, that's the thing, Andy Ruther. There was a time when I was playing in high school, and a lot of people don't know this. Jerry Tarkanian was he was a coach of a school here in the east side of Los Angeles, and he came to me with a bag of money, and he said, Bill Walton, we would love you to come play for our team. I can make you an NBA superstar. And then John Wooden came to me, and he showed me the pyramid of success. And I said, how much money is inside this pyramid of success? And he said, there's absolutely no money in the pyramid of success. And I said, I would like to throw down a signature to play for the UCLA Bruins because John Wooden is a stand-up man and the UCLA Bruins a stand-up organization, and I wanted to go there. I wanted to play because it was in my heart to play. I wanted to go to I knew I was going to make money in the NBA. I was 7 feet tall in the 1970s. It was going to be easy to make money. I could last a few years learning the great game, the beautiful game of basketball under one of the smartest minds alive, John Wooden. And I also got a great education from a great university in Westwood. And I took that, and after my days of playing, after my feet gave out and my back gave out and my knees gave out, I can now write a book, which you guys will come and watch me read from, and I'll sign for you, and I'll sell it. But I would have never been able to do that if I'd just gone to some small school that Jerry Tarkanian was like, you don't have to go to class. Now I can speak. I can do broadcasting because I have an education, and I value that education more than anything that ever happened in all of my playing days at UCLA or in the NBA.
Wow. So eloquently put, Bill. We appreciate that. Now, if you can have time for one more question, maybe. Your son Luke attended University of Arizona.
Yes.
And now they're the main school right now, the big payout, Sean Miller, $100,000. Does that bother you? And as a guy who I know loves the desert, you love Arizona as a state. It's gotta hit home for you.
Well, look, I'm now a fan of the greatest conference in college basketball, the Pac-12, and Arizona, of course. My son Luke went there, but that was a different time. Lute Olson, the great Lute Olson, making NCAA tournament after NCAA tournament. He was like a younger, more well-dressed John Wooden. He would put together great teams of players other people didn't want, and he would do it. I don't know if Richard Jefferson got a bag of money. I don't know if Mike Bibby got a bag of money, but I can tell you this. Luke Walton, my son, after he went down to the University of Arizona, he came back home and he slept the night in the teepee because he wanted to look up at the stars. We have a teepee in the backyard, right, Andy? He wanted to look up at the stars and think about what he should do with his life. I'll tell you what, he didn't have a pillow at all out there, let alone a pillow of a duffel bag full of money. He didn't need it. He was Bill Walton's son.
Wow. It's a great story. Well, thanks, Bill. Get better, and we'll talk soon.
Yes, and thank you to Joe for joining me on that psychedelic adventure yesterday. I'm sorry that both of us aren't feeling well. My usual guy has been out of town. He's been in Peru on a psychedelic adventure through the jungle. So when he gets back, I'll get us some better stuff. See what I did there, Joe? I didn't use that S word. I just said stuff, and it was just as effective.
Did
Throw
that
it down.
Did that even hit? I'm trying to hit this fucking vape pen. Bill inspired me. Do they call them vape pens or weed pens, Trevor? Is it that? Fill me in on this. Is the technical term weed pen?
It's both. It doesn't.
It's
really,
both?
You can.
Why is it not hitting now? What's going on here,
I
Trevor?
don't know, but I'm just going to awkwardly let you keep trying.
Okay. Anyway. Man, good to hear from Bill. Always good to hear from Bill. Let's talk a little NFL real quick. A few stories that came out. Big news yesterday. Blake Bortles. Your boy.
Yep.
3 years, $54 million, re-signed with the Jags, including $26 million in guaranteed.
Great move by them. They'll probably be right back in the AFC Championship game next year. What could go wrong?
Do you think, though, I'm going to play a little devil's advocate here. What's their options? Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
You think Kirk Cousins? How big of an upgrade do you think Kirk Cousins is? To be honest, I don't know if he's that big of an upgrade.
I don't know if he's that big of an upgrade either, but that is what happens in the in football a lot is they've kind of got to stick with the guy. But this Jacksonville Jaguars team reminds me a lot of Trevor's Broncos, which had a fantastic defense.
Yeah.
Had a barely alive Peyton Manning who could manage the game and win them a Super Bowl, and then that guy leaves, and now they're shit out of luck. This defense is good enough where you get a guy who can just manage the game, and you could win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And we saw it with Bortles. I mean, we talked about it when it happened. It was like, yeah, he played great,
It's
in
the
this
Steelers.
game, and he played great in this game. But when all came down to it, they had the ball, and they could drive down, beat the Patriots, go to the Super Bowl.
I mean, he didn't have a bad game against the Patriots.
No, but he did fumble and lose it.
No, I'm not going to put that all on Bortles. But, I mean, he played a good game against the Steelers. He played a pretty good game against the Patriots. That's the thing. I've watched this league too long to say, well, everybody wants to make jokes, of course, but I don't know if Kirk Cousins is a big upgrade. I think the upgrade for them, like you're saying, is a guy who has shown, and I don't know if there's a guy out there, he can win playoff games, multiple games, and, can basically play the role that he needs to play, just like Peyton Manning did. By that, I mean a guy who knows I have a great young defense. I have a talented athletic defense. I'm not going to lose a lead. Your boy Eli Manning would be a great fit down there.
Yeah, he absolutely would. And also, what about drafting a guy not in the first round? People are saying Lamar Jackson's not going to be a first-round draft pick. Why don't you bring him in to back up Blake Bortles?
Yeah.
Snag that guy in the second round. If you have a Deshaun Watson that they brought in to back up whoever the fuck they started, Tom Savage, I mean, that's what I'd like to see them do. Because I get it. They really didn't have an option. I don't think you abandon the guy that knows your system for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
I get it.
The Rams made a big trade for Marcus Peters. I don't know if people are following this, but he's a stud. He's only played 3 years. He's a stud cornerback.
Yeah.
He's been All-Pro, first-team All-Pro.
Yeah, obviously has
Pro Bowl.
personality issues, though, which is why they moved him.
Was it that?
I mean, he's the guy who he's throwing flags into the stands and shit like that.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he'll fit in right in good with the Yo-Fools out here.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe McVay is the kind of coach that will get the most out of him.
Yeah.
But absolutely, great move by them.
People were saying that the Chiefs are in, tank mode, which is interesting for football. You don't really see teams go in tank mode.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people thought the Chiefs were done coming into this year, and they surprised us again. So I don't know if they're in tank mode. I think Andy Reid's just that kind of guy. He gets rid of guys that he doesn't like that.
Well, Praino, I don't have the teaser set up. I got to get that on Trevor's computer. I realized now that he's handling the sound, he's going to have all the shit that I have on my computer. But I think it's time for another game of Troll or Moron.
Okay.
Geno Smith edition.
Yeah. I'm going to go Moron.
You're not even going to let me get into this.
Can I say, do I get bonus points if I say Moron in advance?
I mean, you already did.
Okay.
So Geno Smith came out yesterday coming out hot on Twitter. It all started with this tweet. I've been studying this whole flat earth versus globe thing, and I think I may be with Kyrie on this. Before you judge, do some homework. But what do you guys think?
Moron. And I can't believe a guy who played 2 years at West Virginia University came out with this.
But he didn't stop. He kept going. In this day and age, with Photoshop and everything else, you trust in a picture, any video footage?
Yeah, thousands of hours of video footage. What is he talking about?
But he just kept going on, and he wouldn't stop. He was responding to people on Twitter, and somebody wrote, do research. The research is simple. Look at pictures from space. It's round. End of story. Geno Smith responded to him, that's not enough evidence if you ask me.
I love that the flat earth people, they don't have enough evidence that it's round, so they immediately go with it's flat. Like, well, then why isn't it a triangle?
Yeah. It has to be flat.
Yeah.
But doesn't the argument instantly end when somebody always brings up in this whole ridiculous discussion, well, then you would fall off the end of the earth if it was flat?
I mean, you wouldn't be able to fly, you know, east and west to the same destination. Like, you can leave Los Angeles and fly west and end up in Australia. You can also fly east and eventually end up in Australia. I don't know how, like.
Yeah.
Do you think every fucking jet pilot in the world is in on the big conspiracy of, like, we're really going west? Don't tell them that.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Well, I love when people I love that he was responding. Somebody wrote, what is your research? Google searching conspiracy theories on shady websites. Does that actually count as research? Geno responds, by the way, this is your backup core. This guy started a game for you this year. Ben McAdoo started this guy. He overtook Eli for a game.
Ben McAdoo probably thinks that Earth's flat, too.
Geno responded about his research. No, I've been studying the origins of the globe and science. There's definitely conspiracy theorists, and I'm not one. I just think it's worth a look.
And so all the things that we see are also flat. The moon's flat, but it's a circle, but it's flat. What are these people talking about?
Yeah, man. It just shows how, dude. That's
you want to be a college athlete? Go to college. Read a fucking book. You fucking clown.
That's isn't that one of the first things you learn as a kid? Like when you're learning about the Earth and planets. I'm serious though. Like I don't remember obviously, but isn't that one of the first things you learn in I'm talking preschool?
And why and how we orbit the sun and how that and like
and the planets
and seasons and years and time and eclipses and like there's thousands upon millions upon trillions of hours of fucking proof that the Earth is round. Mostly round. It's kind of like a squatted round.
I just don't know where this is all coming from. Dude, I'm telling you, man, it's because of this fake news shit.
It's because these people are fucking stupid.
No, I know.
It's because Kyrie didn't go to a single day of class at Duke.
I know, but my point is all of this stuff of like fake news, it makes people just question scientific fact.
You know who's on the flat Earth theory? Stupid athletes and fucking redneck white people. And you're like, yeah, I never thought you guys were smart in the first place. I hope you think the Earth's flat. I mean, good for you.
It's crazy, though. It's 2018. We're having a discussion about the Earth being flat.
No one's a bigger conspiracy theorist than me. But it's this one, there's no conspiracy theory here. You're just wrong.
Can we get that L chain? Can we get that L chain over to Geno Smith? Can we get it over to Geno Smith? He needs to wear it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to have a clipboard all season.
Get him off my football team.
That's your backup. That's one bad.
I don't think he'll be the backup for long.
That's one
I don't
bad.
think he'll make it through camp.
That's one fucking bad sack away from this flat Earth guy running your team. Again, and Ben McAdoo started him. He had a guy reading a playbook.
And not knowing why yesterday when they were at practice, the sun was behind him, and now in the game, the sun is in front of him. I don't want that when he's going to the line. Wait, how'd the sun get over there?
Man, Jared Goff doesn't know where the sun sets. This guy doesn't know whether the earth is flat. Although, this is way worse than Jared Goff's situation, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, but Jared Goff is just being like, I don't know how it works. This guy's saying, I believe it's flat.
Yeah. Well, in our last piece of NFL news, Praino, Jonathan Martin has lost his goddamn mind.
Continued to lose his goddamn mind.
He sent out an Instagram story, and he tagged James Dunleavy. Who else is in this? Somebody, Taylor, Richie Incognito, Mike Pouncey, with a shotgun.
He also tagged the school here in L.A., Harvard Westlake.
That's what I was going to do. With the shotgun, and had the hashtag Harvard Westlake and also hashtag Miami Dolphins, a shotgun with bullet shells saying, when you're a bully victim and a coward, your options are suicide or revenge. So then he was detained by police.
Or, I mean, your options are also grow up and get the fuck over it. But if those are your options, I guess it's suicide.
Do we feel bad for this guy at all?
No. No, I don't. Do I think that the whole thing was fucked up? Do I think Richie Incognito is a piece of shit and Mike Pouncey was a piece of shit? Sure. Do I think this dude should have been bullied? No. But do I feel bad for him that he's a fucking adult and he's still crying over fucking being bullied?
He's 300 pounds, bro.
Yeah, like punch a dude in the face.
You're
if I was 300 pounds, you know how many people would have bullied me? 0.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean.
But we live in this, we all know the age we live in.
Yeah.
This anti-bullying age where it doesn't matter if he's 6'6", 300 pounds. He's psychologically damaged. Look, I agree with you. I just think Incognito's a big guy. Pouncey's a big guy. They're all big guys. But at some point, bro, you got to stick up for yourself.
Yeah,
like
or
you're
don't.
sending out death threats.
Or don't. Just never take off your fucking headphones. Like you can ignore it too.
Were you ever bullied?
I mean, yeah, I was a super small kid for like most of my childhood growing up. There was always kids that would fucking bully me.
Yeah.
I mean, I was always the kind of kid who had like a lot of friends, so
Sure.
and also I had psychotic brothers people were worried were in a tree with a sniper rifle.
But your brother probably bullied you at a certain point. Your older brother.
Endlessly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There'd be times where he'd hold me down on the fucking couch or the bed, and like he wouldn't let me up for an hour. He put his knee in my chest, and I wouldn't be able to breathe for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like also, I bullied kids.
Yeah, we all
Picked
did.
on kids.
We all were bullied. We all got bullied.
Yeah.
But that's where this whole bullying thing I don't get. Every single person listening to this show has been bullied by someone, whether it's a friend, someone at school, a coworker, a family member. We've all been bullied, and we've also all bullied someone. What the fuck you think I got Trevor here for? Just to bully his ass twice a week.
Ain't that the truth?
Trevor, go give me a drink, bitch. He's not even responding over there.
Yeah, because he's fucking planning on how to kill you.
Trevor, you're not giving me any love there, buddy? Are you high? Are you just so stoned?
You just told him to get you a drink, bitch. Why are we giving you
I
love?
was joking. It was a joke.
Over here running the boards, man. Making
Over
sure
here
your
doing
show
work.
goes all right.
Running the boards. I like this. We need to get a headset for Trevor.
Yeah.
Like, one of the wireless ones. Straight up Garth Brooks / boy band.
Air traffic controller style.
Yeah, let's do that. But before we do that, Praino, I want to tell you I had the best meal at Blue Apron. Not at Blue Apron. They sent me a great meal.
That's the best part about Blue Apron. They sent it to you.
That's what you need. You need some Blue Apron to get you better.
I know.
I'm
What'd you have?
I'm looking at some of these meals. Oh, I had the amazing Italian-style shrimp and sweet peppers over frigola sanda pasta. Sorry, Blue Apron. I love you, but I can't read. How bad did I butcher that, Praino?
There was, of all the ones, you should do a little homework before we do these reads, and you should find recipes that you can say all the words in.
Well, that's coming in March. That looks like a delicious meal. But you like my brother and sister-in-law, they're always, they have a young baby. They're like, Blue Apron could not be more convenient. Having a baby, they both work. The Blue Apron shows up. It's easy to cook, because the directions are all right there.
I live in a 275 square foot apartment, and I fucking make Blue Apron there all the time.
Yeah.
That's how easy it is.
Not only is it easy, it's delicious. And Blue Apron is treating Dirty Sports listeners, that's you guys, to $30 off your first order if you visit blueapron.com/dirty. So check out this week's menu and get your $30 off at blueapron.com/dirty. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. And again, if you're in a bind for a date or in a relationship and you want to surprise your loved one, just cook them some Blue Apron, I'm telling you.
I agree.
Game changer. All right, Praino, let's get to the NBA. I know you're fighting. Is this your flu? I think we've said this before. Is this your flu game? How many flu games are you gonna have with the show?
I know, it's ridiculous. I really don't. I'm not a guy that gets sick a lot. I'm getting bullied by the flu.
That's questionable.
What do you mean?
You, Mr. I don't get sick a lot.
Well, I'm not usually, but I've been sick for fucking 2 months. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like I saved them all for like one.
But if we went
one
back,
run.
if we went back and listened to this show, I feel like you get sick a lot. Let's be honest. I'm the healthy one of this relationship. It's all that
I
thusting.
don't know
I
if
don't know
you're
about-
healthy.
I don't know about
but-
this relationship. You're drinking a grape crush.
I am drinking a grape crush, and it is delicious.
You are Mr. Denty. I don't know if healthy
Yeah.
is the right term for you.
really,
Yeah,
Trevor?
my face never stopped working.
Whoa! Praino just took off the gloves. My face never stopped working. Too soon, Praino. You know, I'm coming up on a 4-year anniversary of that. Never forget. And by the way, this grape crush is delicious.
Does look tasty.
It's been in my fridge for about 6 months, and I love it. And what better way to talk about the NBA than drinking grape crush? Is that racist? Yes, but we're going to roll with it.
Extremely.
Did you watch the Cavs game today?
I didn't. No. But I saw they lost. I saw it was like 110-94. I saw LeBron being upset about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think this means anything in
No.
particular for either of those teams.
Yeah, no,
I
I
would
was
be worried about the Spurs without Kawhi.
Yeah, for sure. Did you watch the Golden State game last night
I
against OKC?
I did watch that.
I didn't
one.
watch it, but I got home and saw ZaZa Pachulia.
That was some bullshit.
Bro, why is no one talking about what I thought I saw?
What was that?
It looked like he was trying to grab his dick.
I don't know about grabbing his dick. I think
He
But
tried to grab his dick.
he clearly fell on purpose.
Oh,
Like,
that was blatantly
he
obvious.
didn't need to fall.
Yeah.
Like, that's the shit. He should be suspended like 15 games.
Yeah, it's blatantly obvious.
It's blatantly obvious. I used to hate it. I've been on, I think I've said this on the show before. I've maybe been in 20 fist fights in my life. I bet a dozen of them happen on a basketball court.
20? I'm also going to call bullshit on this. So Praino's he skipped years at the NCAA tournament, and he's been in 20 fist fights. Like,
Mr. UFC over here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Chuck
Yeah, but a
Liddell.
lot, and I'm serious. Probably a dozen of them happen on basketball courts because you're playing at such a high speed that I would turn around. Like, people, you go up for a layup and a guy just like puts his hand in your back. It's like you're trying to break my ankle. Like, if I go down, I'm gonna break an ankle. I'm gonna break a fucking arm. I would come out fucking swinging on those people. I'm like, do not fuck with me when I'm running or I'm diving or I'm in the air. Absolutely not. What ZaZa did was straight up bullshit.
And he has a history.
Yeah, he should be suspended 15 games.
I mean, wasn't it just last year he fucking ruined Kawhi in the fucking playoffs?
Yeah,
Or that was before playoffs, right?
yeah.
It was
That
playoffs.
It was
yeah.
playoffs. First game.
First game. Yeah. I mean, he got a bad history. And again, if you watch the video, to me, it looks like he's trying to punch his dick, too, which I think is another NBA problem. I'll tell you, there's a problem in the NBA of guys trying to kick and punch and touch guys' dicks.
I'll tell you who really has an opportunity here to be like a great guy because every time he talks, it seems like he is a great guy.
Kerr?
Is Kerr. Kerr has to come out and be like, dude, that is just straight up not acceptable. We're suspending him 15 games.
He won't, though.
No, he won't. That's why everybody's a fucking hypocritical bullshit artist. He's going to fucking go out. He's going to talk about gun control. He's going to talk about whatever. And then he's going to let dudes just like dive bomb other guys' legs.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Not just anyone. Dive bomb fucking MVP.
Yeah. I mean, it was so blatant. Trevor, as a Warriors fan, what do you think?
No, it was very dirty.
How long do you think he should be suspended?
Yeah, I don't mind. Like, honestly, I don't mind 15 games. Like, sure, I don't want him to be suspended 15 games.
Oh, that doesn't affect you guys. I mean, he doesn't
It does.
doesn't even play that. He starts off that he doesn't even play that many minutes.
It does affect them because I think the 1 seed is going to be very important in the West. Like, dude, I still I like Houston.
Nah, man. When we go to Vegas in 2 weeks, are you willing to put money down that Houston makes the finals?
No, I tried to do that. I tried to do that months ago. Now they're down to fucking like 4-1.
I'd still put all my money on Golden State to win it all.
All right. I think that series is gonna be closer than a lot of people think.
Well, I think whoever comes out of the West is going to win.
You should make a bet on it, Houston, because I get it's probably going to be Houston, Golden State in the Western Conference Finals. So you guys should make a bet on it.
Yeah. Oh, we will.
Well, we will. We definitely will.
How's the Insane Clown Posse?
It's funny you say that. I was actually going to bring that up.
That's coming up soon, isn't it?
Yeah, I was looking at tickets tonight.
SeatGeek.
I was. You know what? That's a great segue, Joe. I was looking at tickets on SeatGeek, the only place that I go to for tickets. And I'm also looking at SeatGeek for spring training, to go see a Las Vegas Golden Knights game when we go to Vegas. Guys, you name it, from concerts to sports to comedy shows to Broadway, SeatGeek has it all, and it's the only place you should go to because you can see exactly where you're going to sit. I love that, Joe. And you can even sell tickets back. Guys, this app has everything. Best of all our listeners get $20 off their first SeatGeek purchase. Just download the SeatGeek app and enter our promo code that's in the settings tab, and just enter our code, which is DIRTY, DIRTY. That's promo code DIRTY for $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. Yeah, man, I was looking at SeatGeek. They're going to be out. Insane Clown Posse will be out here. I believe it's that Friday and Saturday. And one might be a little farther away in not Bakersfield.
When? Like Friday and Saturday, when?
Of the weekend we get back from spring training.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, I'll be checking them out on SeatGeek. You know, got to get that 20. I don't want to be paying full price for
Insane Clown Posse shit?
Insane Clown Posse. And by the way, Trevor, I hate to say it, you're probably going to end up rolling. Like, this is part of the intern's jobs. Somebody's got to be filming this shit.
I thought Goldberg was, like, going with you. Not that he can film anything. He's like, my phone's around my neck.
The thing with Goldberg is he was going to go if we got enough reviews or ratings for Dent Report. I ain't just giving shit away for free.
Gotcha.
Fucking leave a goddamn rating and review. Same for our show.
I bet Matty Goldberg's like a low-key fucking Insane Clown Posse guy. But
I could see that.
Yeah.
He's got some weird tastes.
Yeah.
For sure. So back to the NBA. We should make a bet on that, Praino. I like that idea. And what else was going on that we wanted to talk about? Oh, yeah, Jimmy Butler. Rip T-Wolves. He's out 4 to 6 weeks with a tear in his meniscus.
Yeah. I mean,
they have a good, talented team.
They have a great team, but they're already overachieving for their age. Like, they're a couple years away.
Okay.
They're a couple years away from, contending with the Warriors. And so, I didn't give them a chance to right now, are they the 4 seed?
Yeah.
So, they would draw a Houston or a Warriors in the second round anyway. Like, basically, I have them winning a series, and that's it.
Yeah, they're currently at 4.
And who's the 5?
They're a game and a half up on the Portland Trailblazers.
Right. Now, that'll be a good series if Jimmy Butler's, hurt or hampered.
Yeah.
But, I could still see the T-Wolves pulling that out and then losing it in the second round. But I think that's a good season for them.
Well, yeah, they're like you said. I mean, they're still very young, and then the upside for them is really good. I want to talk about this new possible NBA playoff proposal because we didn't talk about this last episode. I forgot because I think it's interesting. It's like a good discussion. So the NBA is proposing getting rid of the East and West basically, and just seeding teams 1 through 16.
I've said this. We've talked about this before. We've talked about kind of the idea of it,
but it's gaining traction
right
now.
And I'm fine with it. But people are talking about it. They're not really talking about the specifics of it. I've already said, and I'll say it again. That is going to require you to shorten the season because you can't keep divisions but then still get rid of conferences. Like, you can't be like, oh, the Knicks are still going to play the Celtics, the Sixers 4 times a year, and teams that are West teams just once or twice and then still get rid of conferences. So you're going to have to do it so that everybody plays each other an equal amount of times, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But with that kind of travel, you're going to have to shorten the season. And by shorten it, I mean there's going to have to be less games in the same amount of time and still give teams days to recover when they have to travel to the West Coast to play games more often than they would have, or vice versa.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like, look at the Southwest or whatever. Like, you got Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, and is it Phoenix that's down there?
No, Phoenix is in out here. in the
Whoever it is,
Pacific.
there's three of those teams
Are all right by each other.
Three of those teams are in Texas.
Is New Orleans down there too? Probably.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying for those teams, they all play each other 4 times each.
Yeah.
They don't have to leave Texas. You know what I mean? Like, you can't still have that and then be like, but everybody is seeded 1 through 16. No.
Yeah, I get it. Geographically, it doesn't work
Right.
unless you change up the system.
Unless you go to like 72 games or
Yeah.
something like that, and you build in 10 more off days and people travel more.
You can't be going, Philly or New York to L.A. or, San Francisco. It's
Right.
like it's just not going to work.
Right. So as long as they sort that out, but like no one's talking about that, and I fear that this is what they'll do. The same thing. They're gonna be like, yeah, it's cool. We're just gonna go 1 through 16.
Yeah.
But Philly gets to play, the Knicks, fucking 4 times a year still. It's like that. There's also an imbalance in quality of teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you get to play the Suns 4 times a year and other teams just get to play them twice.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't like it, to be honest. I just don't like the change. It's always been East-West. I understand there can sometimes be a discrepancy in the talent and the level of competition but that exists in every sport. For a while, the AFC dominated the NFL, then the NFC, or like Major League Baseball, the National League versus American League. Dude, you go through
Right.
periods.
Yeah. Like if you look at the last 10 years, the West has won, 7 championships.
Yeah.
And the East has won 3. But if you go back 30 years,
East used to dominate.
it's even.
Yeah.
The Bulls win 6 of 8. The Pistons win
Celtics.
back-to-back. Yeah. So
Yeah. No, I agree. I think they should just keep it. You got to keep I don't know. The system works. And that's always my issue. These leagues, they always try to fuck with everything. Like, dude, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's an old saying for a reason.
and who are we catering to here? Like, I don't know who
I don't
this
know
change
either.
caters to.
I don't know either.
It caters to like, the 8th, the 9th seed in the West, who thinks they're better than like 2 of the seeds in the Eastern Conference.
Basically, it's what it is.
Yeah, I don't care.
All right, well, let's finish with a Lorde story, Praino.
Lorde? Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Does anybody look at the fucking rundown ever?
I did.
No, I did. I did.
I didn't. No.
I did.
I saw it, and I had my phone open. I was in bed with it, and I was like, I got to click on that rundown. Everything has been a struggle in the last few days. Like, clicking on a rundown, I was like, I can't
You're
do
so
it.
dramatic. You're
I'm
so
telling you.
dramatic.
Struggle is real.
Where was your show last night?
Ice House in Pasadena.
Okay.
I was there. I went on stage. I thought I was going to pass out. I ended up doing really well, and then Eddie's like, let's go to the Comedy Store. I was like, bro, I'm not going. He's like, come on, man. Don't be a pussy. I'm like, I'm going home, and I'm going back to sleep.
Did you or did you go to the Comedy Store?
No, I went right back home. I didn't
Man.
have a drink. I mean, come on. Me doing comedy without a beer?
I will say, I knew you weren't feeling good tonight when I told you and Trevor there was only 2 Heinekens in the fridge, and you responded, I'm not drinking, and you walked in and be like, got any of that Gatorade? I'm like, oh, shit.
I almost called you yesterday. I'm not even joking. There was one point yesterday where I was going to call you and be like, fam, you got to bring me 2 Gatorades and come walk Vince. Like, I couldn't even stand up. And then finally, like, struggled up and was like, fuck it, I got to walk Vince.
What is it, just like a bad cold? Flu?
I have no idea.
Man. Maybe, what about this theory? Praino is convinced that a straight person can't get AIDS. A straight guy can't get AIDS, HIV.
Oh, my God, can you imagine?
What if you became the first dude ever, according to you, straight dude?
Well, I mean, some have gotten it, but
I'm just saying.
very low numbers.
You and
It'd be
Charlie,
awful if it was me.
you and Charlie Sheen, bro.
I mean, I was thinking that the other day. I was like, I got to
That'd be great for the show. If you had, no offense, but if you had HIV, like, dude, you know how we would instantly just skyrocket. Like, all those guys on the iTunes charts. They're all having their beef at the top of the charts. We would just skyrocket like, well, our host has HIV.
Yeah. I hope that's not it. I also hope it's not cancer. I was literally like, I got to go to the doctor and be like, hey, I've been getting sick every fucking 10 days for 2 months. He's going to be like, you have cancer.
When's the last time you saw a doctor? I know I've asked this before.
I don't know. 2000?
Man, you got to get on that fucking health insurance thing, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I have health insurance. Come on.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a donation from Nick D'Alessandro, the money man here at Dirty Sports.
The money man.
Bust back to the system.
Speaking of, real quick, we forgot to do this. If you are a Patreon donor,
Oh yeah.
check your email if you haven't.
Yeah, check your email because we sent you a message.
So that's all I'll say. Just check your email.
Good. I'm glad you remembered that.
Yeah. I'm sorry about
Check
that.
your email, Patreon guys, patrons. All right, what did Lorde do? And what could it possibly have to do with sports?
She went to a Bulls game, and, like, she didn't understand it. It was her first ever game.
Okay.
So she was live tweeting it at the game. Here's Lorde's tweets. I am at a Bulls game. This is so intense. How does everyone in this room not have a stress ulcer? Followed it up with
I like that you looked at us like we were going to correct you or something.
Followed it up a minute later. I am such an outsider to the world of sport. Oh, I hate when these Europeans do this. Or no, she's not European. Where's she from? New Zealand?
I have no idea.
Australia? I hate when they're like, the world of sport. Like, just fucking call it sports, Lord. I am such an outsider to the world of sport, but I feel very proud of all playing.
Her name's Lorde, and you think she's going to not say world of sport?
Then she writes, the cheerleaders are doing synchronized movements to small pieces of drum-based instrumental music. Bro,
Okay, now she's trolling.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You know what a cheerleader is, right?
Yeah. Well, I think she does, too. She's just commenting what's going on. Then she writes, in the break, they rolled out a red carpet on the court, and a man did some tricks with dogs. Has she never been to the world of sport, ever?
That's amazing. The cheerleaders are now doing synchronized dance.
I don't think Lorde's ever been to a sporting event.
Oh, and now giant black men have arrived, and they're throwing a round ball into a netted hoop.
She's like someone who was frozen in time from an actual Lorde from the medieval days who just was unfrozen and just walked into the United Center in
Unfrozen
Chicago.
caveman Lorde.
This sounds like a fucking South Park episode. You don't watch South Park. Randy
I haven't
Marsh.
in a while.
Randy Marsh is Lorde on
Right,
there.
yeah.
You know that.
Yep.
You got to get back on South Park, dude.
I got to get back on a lot of shit, bro.
I'm
Who's got
cons-
the time for it all?
You know what causes me stress?
What?
I was telling your manager that. She was laughing. She thinks I should work that into my routine. When I was like going on a riff during the Super Bowl about. She's like, "That's funny." I was saying, this is true. When I turn on my TV, and I look and I see Hulu, Amazon, HBO Go, Netflix. I said, when I start looking, I literally get stressed out because then I'll have people, like, let's say you and I are talking. You'll be like, dude, Westworld's really good, Ruther. You got to watch it. I get stressed because every show is good, and there's so many different streaming sites, and I have cable. I'm one of the few who have cable. On top of that, like, I stress the fuck out. What the fuck am I supposed to watch? And then I turn off the fucking TV and I start reading a book. It's what I fucking do.
Seems like you should not have cable.
Sports, man. I still have on my DVR Shark Week. Shark Week was in July.
Yeah, I mean, who cares? Shark Week? You're saving that?
I love sharks, man.
Can't wait for you to watch Shark Week and be like, guys, I just caught up on Shark Week. You see this thing about the hammerhead? It's fucking crazy. Shark Week. He's got Shark Week on his DVR.
I got so many, I love a football.
Waiting for that right lady to come over and be like, you want to get invested in some Shark Week? Also, how much Shark Week did you tape? The whole week?
A lot. I taped a lot. I'm a big fan of Shark Week. By the way, I have I've hooked up to worse. Dude, if you put a list, this would actually be a funny thing to do. If you put a list of TV shows and movies that girls have hooked up with me on, you'd be amazed. Like, I almost, it's pretty impressive. Like, why would a girl hook up with me with fucking Crocodile Dundee 3? A lot of people don't know that doesn't exist, playing in the background. Like,
Yeah.
I've been able to pull off some fucking, I need my own Dirty for Dirty.
That's the one thing about having a super small apartment is, like, you come in and you're like, so it's just the bed. And I'm like, yep, that's it.
It's so true.
It's like,
It's so true.
I don't know if you were thinking we were going to Netflix and chill or something, but That's gonna have to happen in the bed.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
couch doesn't even face the TV anymore.
That-
Like,
that-
you can't even sit on the couch.
That's a
and
good
watch
point,
TV.
Trevor. Is like
Straight to the bed.
the girl walks in now and she's like, "Well, why is your setup like that?" Well, my bed's over there, so we can Netflix and chill. Man, there's gonna be like a hashtag like about my apartment, this Me Too movement, like how I'm conning girls into coming back here.
Yeah. I can't wait till you bring the first girl back with the new and improved Smut Shack wall. She's gonna be like, "What kind of fucking cheddar dick are you? You still have a fucking Reds pennants?" You're gonna be like, "It's from a podcast." we often go live on the Mevo.
You ever heard of YouTube? We're on it. We have almost 1,100 subscribers. We're a pretty big deal.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, and add to that list. Praino, you're sick. We can
I am.
we can keep it short.
Great.
That's fine, guys.
Sorry, guys. I'm sick. Can't do it. I mean, is there anything else you really wanted to do? Are we closing on Lorde? But
Yeah, we can close on Lorde.
all right.
I mean, Trevor,
Sorry, guys. Hopefully, I'll be back to full strength soon.
was there anything, Trevor, that we missed? Anything that you want to talk about?
That's what happens this time of year. Slow sports.
Yeah, but it's not even that. He's sick, and again, we're trying to figure out the call situation.
Dr. Olmstead, give me a ring. Let me know if I have cancer.
You can still call the hotline, 310-359-8365. I'm sure someone will check it out sometime. Praino, you do have shows this week. In fact,
do.
we're doing a little
We're doing a tag team.
tag team with Eddie If this week.
Yeah. So I was supposed to do Tuesday, Wednesday down in San Diego with Eddie, and I stupidly forgot that the 28th is the last day of February. So I thought I had booked something on the 28th, a show, and then I was flying out at 12:30 a.m. on the 1st. Turns out 28th is the day before the 1st. So I can't do a show at 9:30 in San Diego on the 28th and still make my flight out of LAX.
There is
12:30.
no way Geno Smith would understand that.
No.
We're talking about time and traveling and the earth.
Yeah. So I will be still doing Tuesday with Eddie Ift at Madhouse Comedy Club in San Diego. And then you're going to come down and tap in, and you're going to do Red Saloon with Eddie. And I'm going to tap out and head back to L.A. so I can get on my flight.
Yeah.
So if you're in San Diego, let's see who gets more dirt balls to their show.
Oh, shit. Praino at Madhouse Tuesday.
You at Red Saloon in PB on Wednesday. And then the weekend after I return, it's the 9th, 10th, I'm out at the Fantasy Springs Casino in Indio, which is out by Palm Springs.
Love it.
Yep.
That'll be good. It'll be nice, warm desert weather for you.
Yeah, clear up these sinuses a little.
Seriously. Yeah, check that out. Guys, dirtysports.com for anything about the show. Somebody hit me up today about koozies. Don't forget, we got a shop, guys. We got a shop with a bunch of shirts, including the one I'm rocking.
Makes me so sad.
Perzingo. Sorry. Anyway, you can still buy all that stuff there. And, again, keep leaving ratings and reviews. That shit is so goddamn important. So drop us a rating, drop us a review, and check out everything there. And, of course, AndyRuther.com for any of my shows, JoePraino.com for all his shows, at The Dirty Sports on Twitter, at Andy Ruther, at Fix Your Life. Praino.
At Trevor_Nickel.
Yeah. He's running the boards now. He's very focused. Well, guys, that is the show. Thanks for listening. Give Praino your well wishes, and hopefully he can afford the HIV medication that's going to basically ruin his bank account here in the upcoming weeks.
Oh, I mean, like you said, though, if I have HIV, like, it's on. I'll have an HBO special in a day.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, you have jokes and HIV? It's on. We can milk the shit out of this. No doubt about it.
Although
I
you-
kind of hope I have
Although
HIV.
if you have HIV, you also have to permanently wear the L chain.
Yeah, right?
I mean, that's the definition of taking an L. All right, guys, thanks for listening, Dirtballs. And most importantly, don't forget, condoms are for pussies.
Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast.